If you're a homeowner in Florida and you're still
Can you hear me now? Oh. It's too loud. Oh, that was too loud. I'm sorry. Okay. I had tried plugging in my old Yeti with new settings, and I guess it's officially broken. It didn't work. Okay. I'm trying new settings for proper ASMR, which means that things need to be actually really quiet because I'm watching my sound and it's in the yellow, and so I have to truly be super quiet, which, I mean, that's new for me, where before I had to speak above a certain volume or I got noise gated out. So if any of my voice, if any of the words I'm saying are getting noise gated out, if it suddenly gets too quiet to hear, even though I'm speaking at the same volume, please let me know. Stinging bear. I don't remember that. Do you mind sending me, do you know where the link to that is? If you know where the link to that is, if you could send me it, I would really like to see that. That sounds really funny. I used to watch Red vs. Blue, but I don't remember Caboose doing Whisper repeatedly, but that's really funny. I wouldn't mind adding that as like a channel point redeem or something. That's really funny. So I'm surprised we got two of those bot messages in a row telling me to add, to delete the space. Two in a row. So strange. It's kind of funny. I looked down to fix my microphone and looked back up and both messages were there. I don't even remember anymore those to buy followers or views. I stopped paying attention. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Actually, let's see if I can look it up real quick. please don't feel any pressure to have to be here in the mornings to moderate. I don't need that whole point of the ASMR is to relax. So I appreciate that, but please don't feel please don't feel obligated to be here. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So I changed the settings on the microphone to where it's now. I think it's supposed to be set properly for coming through on different sides of the headset, but I'm not sure. And I don't have a way of being sure, because I'm just kind of leaning and trying it out. But I know it comes through clearly on this side. Not so sure on this side yet, because it's new for me. But this could be interesting, testing this out. Currently, I set the ASMR microphone to be on omnidirectional and to add 75% gain. And then I'm going to have to remember, I might have to figure out my microphone for tonight, because now I'm trying to remember if I have the gain set low or high for if the gain's set low or if it's set high for my normal streaming. And normally I have it set as cardioid for streaming. I have an idea. Let me see if I can find something. Let's see if I can find something. bidirectional, cardioid, omnidirectional, and stereo. And I think that a lot of people, because I actually put some time researching it yesterday. And I think a lot of people with Blue Yetis trying ASMR will go bidirectional. Okay, that's binaural. But it's actually omnidirectional. That's binaural. Which is interesting. Or at least testing it. So for like the soft reading, when we do soft readings, the stereo setting is the best. The reason bidirectional and omnidirectional are different is that bidirectional separates the two sides into mono sound. Omnidirectional keeps both sides as stereo sound. So that's the big difference. But having said that now, I think maybe it might be worth testing bidirectional because mono sound tends to sound older. So for goals of sounding like I'm, on old-timey radio, maybe that actually might be better. I'm not sure. But for proper traditional ASMR, you want to keep both sides as stereo so that all the little details of the sound are there for the ASMR triggers. Which I thought was interesting because, yeah, I immediately assumed that bidirectional and binaural would be the same, and they're not. But the binaural microphones, the 3DO ear microphones, both sides are their own independent microphones for binaural. I've been doing my best, I promise, because I really do want to actually do proper ASMR with this, not just pretending. Because there are some bigger VTubers that I'm not going to say their names on stream that I've noticed started doing ASMR because they did it for the numbers, not because they have any interest in ASMR. And for the most part, I watched, and for the most part, it's just them kind of, they're not ear licking, but it's pretty forward what they're doing with their microphones. So the appeal isn't actual ASMR trigger sounds, it's them flirting with their audience. Stinging bear. That's me. How did you know that was me? I feel like I should make my channel stuff bigger. I don't think you can see what you're saying. Let me see if I can. I got distracted. Give me just 1 second. I feel like the how's this? Only a microphone. I'm doing well, Yash. How are you? Um, I'm trying to test microphone settings. Some of them are not. Test the microphone settings today to make sure that ASMRs. I'm trying to make it binaural with my microphone. So I'm not 100% sure it's coming through two sides of the headset, but we're doing our best. You're just trolling the ASMR category. What have you found? I'm curious. It's a lot of ear licking, isn't it? I understand the difference. I have a friend that says the phrase trolling for booty. And he just means it like it's short for patrol. Like he's patrolling for booty. So I understand. I understand what you meant. Trolling is a fishing term, is it not? So I understand that one as well. But I did not take offense if you were worried about that. No offense was taken. Thank you so much. I'm rather proud of it. Some things that I'm planning for the future of this channel, that occasionally we'll have just chatting streams where we'll listen to music or movies or watch movies that are in the public domain, old black and white movies or old records. Because I'm a big fan of the old movies, like Turner Classic Movies. And, so I thought that might be fun to watch some of the old movies. But this is an alternate channel. I have a main channel that's a different character entirely. And this channel is a pet project where I can kind of honor the media that I really love personally. So it's been really fun. This is week 3 total of making content. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found my channel. Thank you for being here. I'm curious, do you have any ASMR triggers that are your favorite? So I would love to hear it. Eventually, I would like to sort of focus on triggers that the majority of my audience enjoys, so that I can, you know, help everyone start their day with the pleasant ASMR tingles. For example, my favorite ASMR triggers are water sounds, but that might not be the favorites of my audience. So while I like the water sounds, I might not end up employing those on my own channel because I need to focus on triggers that work better for my watchers. it should be. I feel like it should be. Oh, before I forget, I don't remember if I announced this already, but the 3D model artist that does more refined blend shapes for facial expressions has a spot open for me. So I'm not sure how long it will take, but pretty soon my avatar will have a much more expressive face. And I'm really excited about that because I don't know, I feel like I have Botox and my face is very limited in movement. And it's having gotten used to having a more expressive avatar. I think that having the new arcade blend shapes will just really help my content on this channel. Because not being able to properly smile or move my eyebrows, I've got to be honest, it's a little distracting for me. So, soon enough, hopefully, we'll actually be able to be expressive with our content. I'm really excited about that. Do they? That's good. Thank you for letting me know. I hope that you all have a lovely day by its very definition. I hope that you can have a lovely, stress-free day, or that stress is minimal today for you. You deserve a good day. You deserve to have a happy day, and I wish that for you. That your Tuesday is everything you need it to be, and that good things cross your path. Oh, this cookie, thank you for the follow. That good things cross your path today, and that opportunities that benefit you fall into your lap, and that you have the best Tuesday of the year. Hello, this cookie, how are you? I'm glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. That's very sweet. Gosh, thank you for the recommendation. That's very sweet of you. I'm doing pretty well. I would be lying if I said that I got good sleep last night, but that's okay. That's why we have blessed things like caffeine and coffee and tea. So I will be having some tea after stream before I start work for the day. Funnily enough, my manager doesn't like coffee. Who doesn't like coffee? Yes, sleep. You know what? Sleep is for quitters. That's not true. was not a, how you say, hashtag ad. I promise. My issue is that I have to put my issue is I have to put something in my coffee. I can't just drink it straight, but I can drink tea without anything. So occasionally, if I'm out of cream or sugar, I have to drink tea, which is fine. But I think all I have at the moment is actually sleepy time tea, so that won't help me this morning. Apparently, that's something you're supposed to do, but I can't imagine it either. Why does plain water taste so ugly and plain and disappointing? I don't know. It's just a cruel twist of fate that plain water just doesn't taste right to me. The best way to describe it to me is it tastes ugly. You run on hopes and dreams to last the day. I wish I could do that. I think that's very admirable that you have enough hopes and dreams to make it through the day. Because I don't believe I have that many. I think I can make it to maybe, on a good day, to 4 o'clock p.m. But that's as far as I can get on a good day. And then the rest of the day I'm dragging. Coffee liqueur, I hadn't thought about that. I mean, it's coffee, it counts, right? People can't get mad at you if it's coffee. That's a pretty good idea, actually. And if you put it in a mug, if you put it in a coffee mug, you're set. Nobody can get mad at you because it's mostly it's coffee in a mug. Just happens to be a liqueur as well. It's just a bonus at that point. They have nightcaps for a reason. How about morning caps? Coffee liqueur is just a morning cap, and that should be allowed. I hit a wall too. I hit a wall at about 3 p.m. my time. Yosh, so I understand that. Mix it with milk for nice iced coffee. That sounds delicious. And I am actually jealous. And I wish that you could upload that to me onto the internet right now so that I could have some as well. That would be amazing. Please and thank you. But yes, I hit that proverbial wall, not a real wall. Ladies don't hit walls. But I also hit that proverbial wall at about 3 p.m. And it doesn't matter how much caffeine I've had, I just get tired. And occasionally I get to take a nap, which is the nicest thing. Naps as an adult are amazing. Children just don't appreciate naps. But days that I get to nap are truly luxurious, and I love them. I do not believe today will be a nap day, though. I got a nap yesterday, and it was divine. It was so nice. Cookie knows about wall hitting, really? Is there a story behind this? Because now I'm curious. Cookie, what does Yosh mean by wall hitting? If there's a story, I'd love to hear it. What walls are you hitting, Cookie? We would all love to know. don't see it? Or were you trying to catch a football and we're looking the other way? Because if that's the case, I can understand it. I don't run, I mean, a lady doesn't run like a football player. But if you're looking behind you for a football in the air, I could see that happening. I'm not here to judge. I tried to toss you an excuse like a football and you said no. Absolutely not. I will not catch that. That's fair. Okay. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I was going to change my chat so it's easily seen on screen. I forgot. My apologies, I totally forgot. Oh goodness. Stream elements. I think stream elements. Can you ask where I'm from? You can ask, but I won't answer for safety reasons. It's nothing personal, it's just easier if I don't say where I'm from, but I am currently residing in New York. It's a very fashionable city. Are you saying that I remind you of the indomitable Jessica Rabbit? Because I will die on the spot. I am going to lose my marbles. I love Jessica Rabbit. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I love Jessica Rabbit. Oh, now you got me blushing. Thank you so much. To fix my chatbot. Let's see, text settings. That might be a bit easier to see, but this. Oh. Sorry for the face. I do need the blushing to come through eventually. I think that. Ooh, okay, so you can see the red. I'm black and white and red all over. You see. But, I still feel like the chatbot is small. I think it's supposed to be a lot bigger. Let's try this again. Let's make it larger. See? Why does it look like that? Hmm. Almost. Doesn't. Ooh, did I fix it? Almost. It can be wider. Okay. Perfect. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I my computer mouse has a bunch of buttons on the side where the thumb is, which is great for my expressions watch. So, neutral face, happy, super happy, angry, sad, shock. And so occasionally I will hit a button without realizing. And that's how you end up with me calmly being like this for a few minutes without realizing. And I do apologize. Very neat technology that I am trying to learn, but I do occasionally, sometimes I am just all thumbs. I think it happens to the best of us, and sometimes the worst of us like me. But that's alright. Yes, I think the mouse is supposed to be intended for MMORPG players, I believe. But I thought that it worked well for a VTuber as well, for hotkeys. So, and for the most part, it does work very well until you accidentally hit a button without realizing. And then it just gets weird. Nobody likes accidental weird. Weird has to be deliberate, or else it's just weird. Accidental weird is weird and uncomfortable. On purpose weird can be cool or performative. I would prefer it to be on purpose weird than accidental weird. That emote that you put says otherwise, Cookie. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. But that's okay. Sure. I really appreciate the follow, and I appreciate meeting you, Yosh. Have a good morning. Have a very good morning. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday ahead of you. Or an amazing Wednesday ahead of you, I suppose. Have a fantastic sleep. Get some good rest. You deserve it. Good night. Take care, Yosh. Thank you for being here. Yes, Cookie, I've seen that monkey meme, and I do not believe that monkey means that you do not mind. I think it means that you might mind very much, but are afraid to say so. Good night. Oh, that's fine. I was just teasing. I apologize. I did forget. I bought opera gloves and some fake fingernails, but I didn't have time to get them set up. But what that pillow-shaped fingernails that are dark red and black. I don't believe I said hello, Jay. I apologize if I didn't. I hope you're doing well today. I will absolutely have that cup of coffee by my side, and it'll be in a coffee mug. So, nobody can argue that it's not coffee. It'll smell mostly like coffee, and it's in a coffee mug. That means it's coffee. End of discussion. Hello, Jay. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I forget that not everybody is in my time zone sometimes, so I do apologize. It's just coffee. It's just coffee. No arguments will be taken at this time. Fox, I will have no judgment from you. That's not fair. That is not fair, Fox. You wound me. It's morning where you are, okay? So it's not just me, it is also morning on the East Coast. On some days, I will be doing soft readings of different books, and when I do those readings, I will probably try to affect the popular transatlantic accent. While it's not my natural accent, it's very popular in the movies and on the small screen and silver screen. It's considered very glamorous to use the transatlantic accent, so I will be trying to use that somewhat. I also will be trying to figure out how to make my microphone sound more like old movies, so it won't be super crisp and clear. Transatlantic accent is like Katharine Hepburn in the Philadelphia Story, where you, it's not quite like the Harvard accent, but you do stretch out your A's and you don't quite say your R's, and you draw out your vowels so that you sound very dramatic and classy. It's very popular. If you watch a lot of the old black and white movies, it sounds like I am about to fall on this fainting couch behind me, with my hand pressed against my forehead, in a fit of emotion. That is the transatlantic accent, but it's just something I do for show. It's not my natural voice. When we do trigger sounds or just regular ASMR streams, I'll was rather enjoying the story we were reading by Upton Sinclair. Never read Dragon Teeth before, and I'm sorry to say it doesn't actually seem to involve dragons. Or teeth, for that matter. Not yet, anyway. It's fun. It is actually a really fun accent. I recommend it. Yeah, it doesn't. I picked it up like this could be fun, and it's an interesting read. It won a Pulitzer, so. But no, it has nothing to do with dragons, unfortunately. I know, I was thoroughly put out as well. Perhaps. Let us see. Oh, that's a bit later than our time. We could read The Hobbit, but we can't read The Fellowship of the Rings. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien was written in 1937, but The Fellowship of the Rings was written in 1954. So maybe we could read The Hobbits. Does The Hobbit have dragons? I don't remember if The Hobbit had actual dragons, but it has a lot of other fantastical creatures. But we could read The Hobbit on stream. I believe I have a copy somewhere. So that we can get, maybe not dragons, but other fantastical creatures. We can't read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Well, maybe we can. It was written in 1950. We'll see. But I'm open for book suggestions. I only ask that they were written before 1950 or published before 1950. Because otherwise they're after my time and very strange for me to read. And it'll be too distracting for me to focus on the story that comes from after my time. But The Hobbit, I can read The Hobbit. Or I can read through The Looking Glass. I can read those books. They came out early enough that I can read them. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe might be the cutoff. It was published in 1950. So maybe that's a possibility as well. In one of those books, a boy gets turned into a dragon, but I don't remember which one that was. One of the C.S. Lewis books. I don't remember. I also would like to know some poets. You might want me to read their poetry on stream. But I do enjoy the knowledge that I can at least read The Hobbit for you. We can get some fantasy creatures in that way. But I do think that I want to get through the Upton Sinclair book. I think we made some good progress this Thursday. So maybe we can mix them up and not just read one all the way straight through. But, read 2 or 3 books at the same time. That'll be good, I think. I think it's a good goal to read at least one good book a year. At least. I think that's a good way to grow one's mind and one's outlook on life. It's difficult consummated his marriage. Who cares? He was an author. He's allowed to be eccentric. Who cares? Who is asking Google? Who is asking the Google website if C.S. Lewis consummated his marriage? Why is that at the top of the list? The following question was, who is based on Tolkien and Narnia? That question makes sense. Why is it underneath the more popular question of, did C.S. Lewis consummate his marriage? Why? Are people really worried if C.S. Lewis, an author, was a bit of a flop in the 1930s? Are people still concerned with this now? Leave the man alone. Let him rest in his grave. He is long dead. Leave the past in the past. Leave him alone. That's so bizarre. A lot of people are very interested in C.S. Lewis's sex life, I suppose. He was married to Joy Davidman for 4 years. I can almost guarantee that he was probably more interested in his stories than he was interested in women. But I thought in the modern age, that was supposed to be okay. Is it not? Why are people so concerned with C.S. Lewis? A man who was only married in the 50s. 1956 to 1960. I think the statute of limitations has passed on bothering this poor man about his love life. What do y'all think? For what it's worth, Google says that no, C.S. Lewis never consummated his marriage. I don't understand. I don't know who A. Ann Wilson is, but whoever this person is, in his biography, he suggested they were having a, quote, sexualized affair of sorts. What does that mean? What is a sexualized affair of sorts? Oh, it was probably inheritance issues, you're correct, I'm sure. Probably. That is absolutely hysterical. In 1945, C.S. Lewis wrote a book titled The Great Divorce. And wow, it comes after his books Mere Christianity and the Screwtape Letters, which I would like to avoid because I feel like books that are centered on blatant religion are kind of polarizing. If The Great Divorce isn't blatantly about Christianity, I might read it because now I think that's funny as hell. But yes, he wrote a book called The Great Divorce, and I'm going to look into it to see if that might be appropriate soft reading fodder, because I'm fascinated now. I am all in on C.S. Lewis's love life. It is now a very deep interest of mine to dig into this nonsense. The Great Divorce. It's too funny. Oh, I think we can just treat it literally that it's a bus ride from hell. That's fine. The Great Divorce. It's just, wow. I am impressed. Excuse me. Let's see. I would like to think that maybe there's some other C.S. Lewis books that we could read. Because I think that most people recognize that actor's name, or not actor, that author's name. I'm also fascinated at the thought that he is called a Christian apologist. What does that mean? So, before C.S. Lewis started writing religious works, he published 2 books, Spirits in Bondage, which is a collection of poems, and Timer, a single narrative poem, and they were published under the pen name Clive Hamilton. So we might look into those as well. Let's see. Alright, I'm just going to look at this bibliography. This is tedious. That's so funny. So he wrote The Allegory of Love in 1936. Rehabilitations and other essays in 1939. The Personal Heresy, a Controversy was co-written in 1939. The Problem of Pain in 1940. The Case for Christianity in 1942. A Preface to Paradise Lost in 1942. Broadcast Talks in 1942. The Abolition of Man in 1943. Christian Behavior in 1943. Beyond Personality in 1944. The Inner Ring in 1944. Miracles, a Preliminary Study in 1947. Arthurian Torso, 1948. Transposition and Other Addresses in 1949. And it seems to have skipped over. It seems to have skipped over his Narnia series. That's so strange. I don't see anything mentioned here. Oh, those were non-fiction. Okay, fiction. The Pilgrim's Progress, 1933. A Space Trilogy. I did not know C.S. Lewis wrote space books. That could be interesting. Out of the Silent Planet, Paralandra, and That Hideous Strength. He wrote books about space. I didn't know that. Yeah, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was the only one published in 1950, and the rest of them were published excited. It is out of this world. You're absolutely correct. So we definitely have some books to read. And I do need to find some poets. We need to find some poets to read as well. For just a bit of a break. A bit of a mind cleanse, if you will. So I'm excited. I'm excited about these plans. I think this will be really nice. You've read them, Jay, really? And they're good. Oh, I couldn't be more excited. The title, the one that I liked from C.S. Lewis, The Great Divorce. In 1945. Me too. I like space stories as well. I think they're fascinating. That is so funny. I cannot wait. This is going to be really exciting. This is going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Thirsty. Oh, I haven't had water, have I? Oops. All right. So, Thursday. Would you like me to do soft reading or practice new trigger sounds or both? But you can do an hour of each. What would you all like for Thursday's stream to be focused on? As we can start with trigger sounds for the first hour and switch to soft reading for the second hour. Or we can do one or the other for the whole 2-hour stream. What would you all like? I aim to please, and I would like to cater to what you all would like me to do for a stream on Thursday. I don't mind suggestions. I am open to suggestions. If it makes sense. Alright, so we can do that. Thank you all for being here for this morning and for this project of mine. I've been looking forward to it. To split it, okay. I think it seems like we're all in agreement on splitting the time. So that's what we all plan to do. So the new trigger that I'll be adding in on Thursday will be tapping sounds for sure. And if I can get my hands on like some glass, we'll do tapping sounds on that as well. I'm going to be looking for I think I might get just a little block of balsa wood from a crafted store. Balsa wood is what people who do wood carvings, you start with balsa wood because it's soft. And I think that might be a really nice noise for tapping sounds on balsa wood. And a glass jar that's empty and a glass jar that's full. And hardcover books and soft cover books. And I think we'll start with that. because I don't believe I've read another story quite like it except for The Great Gatsby. And I'm going to be honest, I did not like The Great Gatsby. I thought it was sad and depressing. And by sad, I mean kind of pathetic. I didn't relate to Mr. Gatsby at all, and I thought that his love interest was kind of a bitch. Like, I could not imagine showing up to this man's parties knowing that he's throwing them because he's trying to impress you. But not only are you already married, you have no intentions of leaving your husband for this poor man who's throwing dollar over dollar on parties just to impress you. What a horrible person. Horrible woman. And then Mr. Gatsby is pathetic as well, so I did not enjoy that story at all. Just like I didn't enjoy the book The Awakening when we made us read that. I thought it was well written. It was very well written, but I did not enjoy it. Spoilers, I apologize. I apologize for the spoilers for The Great Gatsby. I apologize for spoilers for The Great Gatsby, written by the third novel written by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which was published in 1925. I'm so sorry if I spoiled the story for anybody. I really apologize. I suppose that's another author that we could look into is F. Scott Fitzgerald. I think Zelda Fitzgerald is an absolute gem. I think she is a beautiful woman. I didn't think about that. Yes, I suppose it is almost 100 years old at this point. Maybe high school curriculums can retire it. What do you think? Let it rest. Oh, that's right. Great. Okay, so Fitzgerald finished 4 novels. This Side of Paradise, The Beautiful and Damned, The Great Gatsby, and Tender is the Night. And he didn't finish his 5th novel, The Last Tycoon. But they published it anyways after he died, because you gotta get that money, I suppose. They'll throw at one more party. They're never going to stop teaching that in high school, and you know it. You know it as well as I do think reading The Beautiful and Damned could be really fun. And maybe kind of appropriate for this channel. What do you think? I think it could be nice. I think it could be really nice. I'm interested. I'm interested in reading Beautiful and Damned. Maybe one thing at a time. I keep distracting myself. I'm just really excited about all these possibilities. Empire. I did not know he was in that. Endless possibilities. There really are. Like I said, I've been really excited about this project. This is a pet project of mine. But I'm excited too. I'm really excited to learn and try new things and be on this journey for this channel with you all. I'm excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you all enjoy my content. And I want you to know that I am open to suggestions. If there's anything in particular you think that I should do or include, or if you think that different activities could be improved, I would love the suggestions, because I want to do as well of a job as I can with the ASMR on this channel. But I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting too excited about future things when I should be focusing on the here and the now. So my apologies for not focusing. But I will focus now. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Some other things that are planned. Use the Dark Musician. Use the Dark Musician. Thank you so much for that, Paulo. Some other things that are planned will be specific days that are designed around role-playing a character. Hello, Muse. I hope you're doing well. These characters must fit into the aesthetic of a 1940s, 1920s through 1940s woman in film. So, things like the boss's secretary, or a dancer, or a librarian, or a teacher will have themed days with ASMRs for those specific themes. And I will dress the part. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. What do you all think? We can even do an ASMR that's like Bush again for sharing my channel with you. It always is a huge compliment when viewers share a streamer's channel with their friends because they think it's worthwhile. So if you could do me a favor and thank you, Bush again, I'd appreciate it. Because that was a big vote of confidence. I know. Thank you, Fox. I appreciate you. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Cookie. What's strange to me is I just realized that The Great Gatsby starring Leonardo DiCaprio came out 9 years ago. It's also almost 10 years old, and I didn't recall the movie being that old. Time is moving too fast, I think. So that's another reason why I've been really enjoying this project, is it kind of forces me to slow down for a minute and just kind of focus on the here and now and just be still and wait. Things always move so fast that it's hard to find time to just slow down and wait. 2013. Yep. I'm surprised too. So I was very surprised. Yeah, time moves fast enough. Sometimes it's a very good idea to just slow down. Take a breather. Sit and focus on what's in front of you and what's around you and how you are feeling. And just generally be still and quiet. And I'm really happy to have this opportunity to sit and be still with each of you. And just enjoying a moment of peace and quiet and relaxation. And just be still and calm and relaxed with each of you. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity to just be still with each of you. To have a sip and a smell of that coffee in your coffee mug. Just coffee. It's only coffee in the coffee mug, of course. What did you think was in that coffee mug besides coffee? Don't be silly, it's just coffee. Yes, what else would you have in your coffee mug except coffee? What a silly assumption to assume it'd be anything but coffee. I mean, that's quite a talent to be cooking stir fry while you're asleep. I would prefer for it to still be Bailey's in my coffee cup, but that's just me. To start your morning off with an Irish coffee or a Jamaican coffee, right? It could be tasty. Irish coffee has Bailey's in it. I forget what a Jamaican coffee has in it. I've had a Jamaican coffee I've put the breathe in, breathe out thing in the corner, but we haven't actually tried it. Would you all like to try the deep breathing exercise with me? I make no promises. Sorry. What is that? I'm so sorry. That was bizarre. Apologies. Alright, so we'll start on the next one. Ready? Breathe out. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. How did that feel? Did that help you center yourself just a little bit? I hope so. If that made you feel lightheaded at all, perhaps breathe in for longer and breathe out for longer. Did it? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Good. I really appreciate the support this channel is getting. We are already up to 19 followers on the channel. I couldn't have dreamed of that. Thank you so much for being here. You all are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead of you. If there's anything that you're worried about today and you're willing to speak about it, perhaps we can ease your mind if you share with us. And we can all give each other a little bit more confidence and strength going into our day. Because I don't believe there's a single thing this day that can happen that you cannot handle. I believe that you have the strength to handle anything that life puts in your path today. But I do think sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a confidence boost. I believe that you can handle anything today. That you are powerful and wise and strong and smart and funny and kind, and you can handle anything that's put in your path today. I don't believe anything can stop you today from achieving your goals. You can do anything you want to with today, and I hope that it is a good day for you and a satisfying day, and that when it's time to sleep, once the day is done, that you are smiling and content and happy and don't have a single Lego in your path. Not a single Lego to step on in sight anywhere nearby. All the Legos are at that grumpy person's house. That person that you encounter. The reason they're so grumpy is because their entire floor in their apartment is Legos, and the landlord will not let them goes your way today. And in fact, today is going to bless you with an abundance of happiness. And all that goes in your path. You're welcome. But I do hope you all have an absolutely beautiful day today. You have the potential to make today the best day ever, and I believe in you that you will and you can. And that's when you get through your day, you'll be smiling and happy and content and fulfilled. Carpe diem, seize today by the carp. Seize the day, make it yours. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I believe in you. I'm going to have to wrap up stream because it's almost 11 o'clock. I live on the East Coast, but my work day is on West Coast time. So I am about to start my work day as well. But I want to thank each and every one of you for spending your time with me over the past 2 hours. It means the world to me, and I appreciate you all very, very much. And I hope that you take care of yourselves, because you deserve to be taken care of. And a quick little reminder to take self-care, not aftercare. Prioritize yourself first, because you deserve to be prioritized. And you deserve to be happy. And I hope that you all have a fantastic Tuesday, or if it's the end of your day. I appreciate you saying that, Vox. Thank you. So I'm going to actually look, because we are so new, I do want to raid somebody. But I don't know who is currently live in the ASMR category, so we are going to look for another VTuber, if we can. They need to add a tag that says no ear licking, because I'd really like to not go to an ear licking channel. It's very jarring. Let's see. Let's look at this person. They've got way more viewers than me, but that's okay. They look okay. They don't look like they are. They don't look like they're doing ear licking. So let's go over and say hello to them. Wednesday morning. I hope your Wednesday